Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we're in the frozen north, just east of Icespire Chasm, building a Yamatai Castle. A few people have asked recently about some more Yamatai buildings, and I am planning on making a huge Yamatai Castle in the future, so this is designed as a sort of warm-up build. For this build I'll be using a fusion of Yamatai and black ice, encasing the castle in a protective black ice wall that will wrap around the entire build. This keeps the castle itself protected from the threats outside the walls, and also combines Yamatai and black ice to create a nice contrasting colour palette of black and white. I've used this combo once before, I think in the Temple 2 in Mir nearby, and quite a lot of people seem to enjoy it, and I think it does work fairly well here too. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I'm going to start off by building the black ice walls. I'll first draw out a 15 by 15 hollow square with black ice foundations, aiming to have the gate on the west side of the structure, creating a small platform on the gate side to elevate the entrance platform, then placing black ice gateways on the transitional section between the entrance platform and the wall itself to set exactly where I want the small gatehouse to sit. I'll then add foundations at regular intervals around the walls, as these will be the basis for the architectural detail on the outside of the walls. I then chose to build up the walls using black ice wall pieces rather than foundations. I covered all the foundations I'd placed with black ice walls, though I believe I'm only able to do this due to the less building placement restrictions mod. So if you can't do this, don't worry about it, just skip this step, the wall will still look great. When the foundations were covered, I then started to build the walls up 4 tiles high to match the height of the gate frames, then placing ceilings atop the walls to overhang the outside of the walls, then placing ramps underneath the overhangs to smooth the transition. Next, I built up some walls on the foundations on the outside of the walls to form the straight buttresses, then building the interior walls and placing more ceilings to make the walls 2 tiles thick on top. I then placed walls and door frames within the gatehouse, placing Yamatai stairs within the walls to allow access to the top of the walls through the gatehouse itself. I then went back outside and began working on the architectural detail of the walls, creating slanted sections coming off each buttress down to a foundation on the ground. This doesn't really provide any sort of tactical advantage, or at least it wasn't designed to, but I think this sort of detailing on the walls helps to make the build look and feel very unique, especially if you use the foundations at the bottom of the slanted sections to hold maybe statues or braziers. This is a fairly simple though slightly fiddly process, but was a nice way of making the walls feel thicker and sturdier, as these slanted sections definitely make the wall look and feel a lot better supported. Next, I placed black ice fences on the entrance platform and atop the walls on both sides, pushing the stairs back by one tile on each side. I then placed awnings atop the walls to partially protect against the elements, using Yamatai awnings as they complement black ice quite nicely in terms of colour. I then filled the hollow space inside the walls entirely with Yamatai foundations. Next, for the castle itself. I left a 2-tile high perimeter around the inside of the castle, building the walls up 2 tiles high to form the basement. I also drew out where I wanted the rooms to be located on this floor before capping it off, placing stairs in the back corners on the east side, and placing stairs to access the castle on the ground floor on the west side. This castle will be, well, very stereotypical in terms of Yamatai design, featuring a gradually receding design using awnings to create a surrounding balcony on each floor, similar to the Matsumoto style that influences so many Yamatai builds, including my own admittedly. The floor plan of the basement is nice and easy to follow, and I capped off the basement with Yamatai ceilings. I then moved on to the ground floor, creating a much more simple floor plan, as this will be the main entrance hall and throne room, featuring 3 doors on the western side of the build to match the stairs. I also started to place fences and awnings on this section to start the Matsumoto style balcony designs, then choosing to place awnings on the ground level too for uniformity. Finally, I built the first floor, which will be the private quarters of the Lord, again building this floor 2 tiles high and capping it off again with ceilings. I extended the balcony on this floor to stretch out over the overextended sections on the ground floor balcony, which worked out quite nicely. Finally, I placed the roof atop the build, using regular, corner, regular rooftop and rooftop end Yamatai pieces to create a sloping centre apex roof, then placing siege cauldrons on the walls. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build from the west, the walls are imposing and seem well supported due to the architectural detail on the outside. I've lit the build with protected braziers and regular iron braziers, using hanging braziers mostly inside the castle itself. Entering the gatehouse, it's easy to access the walls from either side. The walls have a good view across each side of the castle and are well armed to repel potential attackers. That's if they manage to survive the frigid environment of the frozen north. Entering the build, the castle towers over you on the ground level. The balconies and awnings do a great job of creating the iconic Matsumoto style. Entering the build, we first reach the throne room. This is a small yet elegant room where the Lord can take his throne, with assistants taking down notes and drawing up letters to nearby lords on either side of the room. Behind the throne we can access the stairs to the basement, which is an extensive area featuring plenty of functional rooms. Firstly, we'll look at the kitchen, a small yet well prepared room where food is prepared for the Lord and his servants that work here. At the centre of the west side of the basement is the storage section, where materials for the various different workstations are held in clearly marked sections, so that servants are able to quickly grab what they need to work on. Next, let's head to the dining room. This is a small yet fairly cosy room where food from the kitchen is served for both the Lord and the servants. Next, let's head to the workshop. This is a large room divided into two distinct sections, one being for smithing and metalwork and the other for woodwork and tanning, with plenty of storage facilities in the centre of the room and with large storage rooms on either side of the workshop. Heading upstairs to the private quarters, the Lord's bedroom is a small, modest room that serves as a comfortable place for the Lord to lay his head every night, with balcony access opposite the bedroom door, allowing the Lord to either take in the cold views or give commands to troops on the walls during an attack. And there we have it, a Yamatai Castle in the frozen north, just east of Icespire Chasm. Thanks for watching. I do quite enjoy using the Yamatai DLC, and I'm planning to build a much larger and grander Yamatai Castle in the future, as I said earlier. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. And if you'd like to support the future of the channel, the link to my Patreon is also in the description below, with various tiers and rewards including special Discord roles, sneak peeks at new videos, your name at the end of videos, and more. On that note, a thanks to our patrons Sammy, Sodialot, Rendar, and Dawnfox. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.